Crazed Maxine Waters pushes for impeachment. Trump shuts her down hard, by Adam Castellino, Politics US News for MadWorldNews.com. After claims of death threats, Maxine Waters is back, and the deranged Democrat is calling for President Donald Trump's impeachment. But as she riles up crowds of illegal aliens, Trump put her in her place. Those death threats must have truly been disturbing. Barely a week has passed, and deranged Democratic Congresswoman Mad Maxine Waters is back in the front of the cameras. At this one, we have to wonder if she is deliberately trying to help Donald Trump, because no one in their right mind would really do the things this woman does and think they will help her party. More and more Americans are shocked at the behavior of the left. The Democrats have given up being reasonable, honest, and sane. They push their policies to the most extreme. New York Democrats are calling for the end of immigration and customs enforcement. That policy is sure to drive more Americans to the right. Maxine Waters has been their poster child for a ridiculously out-of-touch politician. Her bizarre rhetoric is completely unacceptable from an elected official. Yet, instead of wising up, she becomes more and more insane. After White House Press Secretary Sarah Sanders was kicked out of a restaurant and heckled at another, Waters called for the rest of Trump's staff to be harassed. Waters even called on people to push back against Trump supporters, a demand that can only lead to violence. Did the media condemn her for such words? No. Was she forced to apologize? Of course not. To deflect, the con artist claimed she received death threats, which is a lie. Despite those threats, she's already back before crowds calling for Trump's impeachment. It's really quite hilarious. Waters is one of the few remaining Democrats who demand Trump's removal. Yet, like all liberals, she can't prove what exactly he should be impeached over. You'd expect she'd at least have some evidence, but like all con artists, she is simply exploiting the emotions of the few supporters she has left. During a speech Saturday at an immigration rally in California, U.S. Rep. Maxine Waters reacts defiantly to alleged threats reportedly directed at her following her previous remarks about the Trump administration's zero-tolerance immigration policy. And I know that there are those who are talking about censoring me, talking about kicking me out of Congress, talking about shooting me, talking about hanging me, which is a crock. She told the disapproving crowd, all I have to say is this: if you shoot me, you better shoot straight. There's nothing like a wounded animal. Waters went on to say that she was willing to make whatever sacrifices were necessary, adding, I am not about to let this country go by the way of Donald Trump. We are sick and tired of him. Speak for yourself, Maxine. He's been here too long. I think it's the other way around, Maxine. You've been here too long, she said. They dare me to say impeach him. Today I say impeach 45, source Fox News. I saw the clip yesterday from Grindall 66's channel. She must have said children. The children. She kept on repeating herself maybe like 50 times in a couple of minutes. You know what I'm saying? And she was, this is exactly what she was saying during that speech. Is Waters a Judas goat? AKA someone deliberately betraying her own party? Yeah, I would say so. Because I can't see any sane Democrat saying these things are meaning it. You're tired of Trump? Yes, it's so tiring to see the president help every American. Yeah, unemployment has reached incredible lows, including among black Americans. Don't you care that so many black people are working? Some for the first time? That's not to mention the companies that are coming back to America, investing billions, or the fact that ISIS is being crushed, not to mention the historic work Trump's done with North Korea. Honestly, any American should be proud of their president. Well, not Maxine. This deranged lunatic, very well said, continues to demand Trump's removal. She's not about to let this country go by the way of Donald Trump. Right? That makes sense. Newsflash, Waters, this country has gone the way of Donald Trump since November 8th, 2016. And we've been doing pretty well, thank you very much. Perhaps we need to get rid of another politician who only spends her time whining and complaining about the POTUS. And I would add lying to also to that scenario, because she whines and complains, but she's also lying that she received threats. That's garbage. She received threats. Give it a rest. Give it a rest to Maxine. We don't believe your crap. But it doesn't seem that President Trump is all that worried about Maxine. In fact, she seems to be playing right into his hands. Absolutely. Congratulations to Maxine Waters, whose crazy rants have made her, together with Nancy Pelosi, the unhinged face of the Democrat Party. Together they will make America weak again. But have no fear, America is now stronger than ever before, and I'm not going anywhere. Absolutely. Maxine Waters has very little power to change anything. The fact that she's fighting so hard to help illegal aliens at a time when Trump is helping her core supporters, Black Americans, means she's on the verge of destroying her own career. Waters should be thanking Trump for his tireless work to improve the Black community. Instead, she calls for the removal of the one man who is helping all Americans regardless of race. What Waters refuses to see is how much damage she is causing to her party. With every deranged speech, she is painting Democrats as hateful, unhinged, and out of touch with reality. Americans, regardless of background, are getting sick of the constant hate from the left. They haven't seen a Democrat willing to work with the president once. The very thing that can save their party. I guess that's for the best. By November this year, there will be very few Democrats left in government anyway. Absolutely. Absolutely. And, and you could see that the left is actually the Democrats, even in the clip, the news clip, when they were talking about the Red Hen and their people's reaction to what had happened at the Red Hen. And one of the ladies said, "I'm a Democrat, but I don't like the way I don't like the way the party is heading and the way they're acting in this situation." In other words, you have your political views, but you can discuss them in a different way and not go bashing everybody and causing uproars like this. And Maxine must have spoken about the children continuously during that speech in California. But, she's talking about the legals. What are you doing for your country, Maxine? Do you see what I'm saying? I mean, I know you guys see what I'm saying, but the Democrats, don't you see? They're actually destroying themselves. They're fighting, they're in the streets fighting for illegals that are going to come in and take over their jobs, and they're going to be taxed to the high heavens in order to support them. They're destroying themselves. They're actually protesting to destroy themselves. I mean, it boggles the mind sometimes. And yet, there are a few followers that go along with her. Anyway, give it up, Maxine. Enough is enough. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. And again, thank you so much for watching.